Good morning, class 7. Hope all of you are well. We have already done, girls, third chapter, Introduction to WWW. And today we will start chapter 1, that is Microsoft Access 2010, part 1. This is our first chapter. Okay. In this, we will learn about the database. See, this is our book. First topic is what is database and database software. Okay, this is our first chapter. We will learn about database and its software. So, database is a collection of information which is related to a particular topic. For example, students information, library data, sports detail. All these may be different databases. Let us take an example. Students information. Suppose information of your class, we want to make a database. So name of students, admission number, birth date, father's name, mother's name, standard, section. When we are keeping the records of all these information, and the output will be a database. All these records will be known as database, called a database. Database may be on paper, you can store on paper, or you can store in a computer. Now, database management software. A software that allows to store and manipulate the data is known as DBMS, Database Management Software. In this chapter, we will learn about MS Access. Okay, MS Access. So this Access is also a software, and this software is known as RDBMS. Here R means relational. Okay, so this software MS Access allows you to create database. You can create database, and the user can also establish the relationship, as here R means relationship. So you will be able to create relationship among them. Got it? Now next is objects. According to Access, a database is a collection of different objects. Database objects are used to store and reference data. Reference here means link. So data of one entity is linked with another entity. Okay, so objects are very important, and here different objects are. First is table. Table is basic unit. Firstly, we will have to create a table. And as you know, table is divided into rows and columns. In this way, this horizontal rows will be there, and columns, vertical columns will be there. And the intersection of rows and columns, here you will be able to see a cell. Okay, rectangle box is here. This is known as cell. Now, second is form. Next object is form. It is used to enter data in a table in colorful and graphical way. Next is query. Used to get desired information from table. While creating query, the user should provide a condition. Okay, condition, or you can say a criteria, and it will display the records which satisfies the given criteria. The record that you want to know, accordingly you will give the query, criteria you will give, condition you will give, and the access will provide you that record which you need. Next is report. Output process. It is known as output process of database. Using report, we can print our data in an organized and attractive way. So for this, printer must be installed there to get the printed form. Now, creating Access database. How you will create the database? First, what you will do? Double click on the Microsoft Access 2010 icon on the desktop. This is the first way. Or you can click on the Start button, All Programs, Microsoft Office, then Microsoft Access 2010. And there will be Backstage View. Okay. You can open an existing database that you have already created or a new database that you are going to make. Now the next is here, select blank database. Type a meaningful name in the file name and then click on create button. Access require that file must be saved before you can use it. Okay, file name you will select first and then the file will be created. By default, the file name will be given to you database 1 and you can type name of your choice. Now extension of this file will be .accdb. Here ACC means access and it is denoting to database. Now all the tables, forms, queries, reports will be saved in the database. Okay. Now next is parts of Access screen. You will see the screen of Microsoft Access in this way. Let us see from the book. This is the Access screen that you will able to see. Got it? Now the first is here title bar. This you have done earlier in PowerPoint also. That is same in MS Word and PowerPoint. Title bar. Okay, on the top of the screen. Here you can see the file name, quick access toolbar and 3 control buttons. Okay. Next is contextual tab. Contextual tab are the special tabs appear when you need them. They will appear only when you need them. Okay. Other parts are this navigation pane. Navigation pane that is on the left side of the Access screen. It is useful to view and access all database objects. Here all database objects will come when you will create. Table, forms, queries, reports, all will be shown here. Now you can open them by double clicking. Okay. Next is shutter bar. Shutter bar is this small button here. You can see in the book and I am showing you this button. In this way it will be shown there on the screen. Okay. This is shutter bar button. Using this shutter bar button here, that is using this shutter bar button, you can hide the navigation pane or you can open the navigation pane. Okay. Now next is this document tab. That is on the right side of the navigation pane. Document tab. The button of the document tab shows navigation bar. Here on the bottom of the document tab you can see the navigation bar. This bar is used to move around the selected object, navigation bar, and used to search particular value from the selected object. Here you can see search is written here. If you want to search a particular value, you can search from here, from the navigation bar. Okay. Next is status bar. This just under the navigation bar, status bar. It will show you the different status of the database. Here view button is here. Okay, so you can see different views of your database. Views we will do in the end of this chapter. Views, different views are here in the database. Okay, so before creating a table in this Access, let us learn about some important topics. That is, first is field name. Here you can see, first is field name, and second is database, third is primary key. Before creating, we will create a database. We will take an example, but before that, let us learn about these three topics. Field name. Field name is the common name for the information we are going to enter data under the field name. Okay, we will enter the data in the field name. Let us see an example. Here, suppose we are going to data of your class. Okay, so field name will be name, address, birth date, result of your class 6, email IDs. Okay, so all these will be field name, and we will enter the data in these fields. Many students are there in your class, so all these the data of all the girls can be entered under these field name. Okay, got it? Next is data type. Data type decides the type of values that can be entered in the field. For example, we have taken the field name. Okay, in this field, the type of the data will be text. Okay, suppose the name is Kavita, Kavita. So this is text. And let us take an example. Here, birth date. Birth date will be a date. For example, 21/3/1995. We are taking just an example. So this is time and date. The option will be provided to you there when you will enter the data. Okay, with practical it will be more clear to you girls. So text means this data type is used to store the textual information. Student name, address, surname, etc. can be defined with the help of this text type data. And this can store maximum 255 characters. Okay. Second is MIMO data type. This is second data type, MIMO. And this data type is used for the long text. This is available in MS Access 2010 or above versions, this MIMO. This is used for the descriptive information or long information. For example, it is used for address. If you want to write any note, it can store more than 64,000 characters in a MIMO data type. Okay. Next data type is number, and this is used to store numerical data. We can enter digits here, decimal points, these plus sign, minus sign. Mathematical operations can be done here in this data type number. Age, standard, number of pages, etc. can be defined with the help of this data type. Next is date and time. Used to store date and time. It is used to define date of birth, as I told you in example, date of joining, working time, etc. All these can be defined with the help of this date and time data type. Next is currency. Used to store numbers which represents amount. It is used to define like fee, your school fee, because it will be shown in rupees. So this data type will be used there. Price of a product, salary, etc. It also adds currency symbol. Currency symbol will be there. Example is, for example, $500. By default, this sign will come. Okay. And if you want to change it in rupees, we can convert it also. Later on in this chapter, we will do this also. Next data type is auto number. It is used to get automatic value. If it is selected, then the user cannot enter any value in it. Suppose you have selected this auto number data type, then this MS Access will not allow you to enter any value. Okay, it will automatically give you the number sequence. For example, it is used to define roll numbers 1, 2, 3. Automatically it will give you serial number. Okay, and the user cannot change these data type. Okay, cannot change this serial number because you have taken the auto number as data type. Next is yes no. It is used to enter data which has only two possible values like yes no, true false, on off. Here two options are there only and you will choose this data type there. Very less memory is used in this data type. Example is, for example, the question is, do you speak English? The answer will be yes or no. So two options will be there. So in these type of questions or in these type of data, you will use this yes no data type. This is used to store information like present, absent. Okay, like this pass, fail, available, not available. So in this type of answers, you will select this data type yes no. Next data type is OLE object. It is used to store pictures, music and other multimedia components in a database. Here OLE means object linking and embedding, like student signature, student photo, voice sample. All these can be saved with this data type. OLE data type, you can save all these. Next is hyperlink. It is a text data type. Okay, text data type it is. It is used to store email address or website address. The data entered in this data type is converted in hypertext. Hypertext means when you will enter these email address or website address, hypertext means in blue color it will show you. And when you will click on this hypertext and the automatically specified link will be open, or you will go to the website or which website address you will give here. So this is hyperlink. Okay. Now the next is, the third one is primary key. Primary key is also very important in MS Access. It is a unique field which is used to identify particular record. A primary key makes searching of any record very easy and its value is unique. In one table, you can have only one primary key. Okay? A field designated as primary key cannot be left blank. It means some value must be there. For example, data table of class 7 is prepared. Okay? Data table of class 7 is prepared. Then we can take admission number as primary key. Why? Because admission number of each and every girl is different, unique. Name of two girls can be same, so can't be primary key. Got it? Admission numbers are different. So it can be taken as primary key. And if you want to search the record of a particular girl, what you will do, you will enter admission number and record of that required one will come only. Okay. So admission number not same, you can take it as primary key. Okay girls, we will do this chapter till here also. You will read it from your book, and with the help of these notes you can understand the topic. And which topic, second part MS Access, I will give you in the second video. Okay girls.